We pulled 10 ice cream bars from store freezers and investigated every label, ingredient panel, and corporate record behind them. One product sold right next to real ice cream is legally classified as frozen dairy dessert, cream swap for vegetable oil, and the wrapper barely tells you 7 of those 10 bars failed. Only 3 held up. We're counting them down from number 7 to number 1. Number 7, the Outshine Pineapple Watermelon Mango Frozen Fruit Bar establishes our baseline. The front panel uses the legal name, Frozen Fruit Bar, listing fruit juice and puree first. There is no dairy here. For an easy at-home observation, which is not a laboratory test, watch it melt into a sugary, juice-like puddle rather than a creamy pool. Owned by the Global Frannery and Nestle Alliance, the Center for Dairy Research Tracker showed 0 FDA recalls as of August 2026. It is a legal, clean fruit bar, but the supermarket freezer tricks your brain. The packaging looks like a creamy treat, but the legal label says frozen juice. Number 6, the Good Humor Classic Ice Cream Sandwich. Your childhood ice cream truck memory makes this sandwich easy to buy without a back label check, but nostalgia cannot fill the current evidence gap. A regulatory search on August 2nd, 2026 found no FDA or DOJ actions against this product. While Unilever's corporate scale shifts procurement, secondary consumer reports suggest the wafers contain palm and other vegetable oils. Watch the wafer soften at room temperature before the center melts. A simple observation, not laboratory proof of quality. We lack confirmed ingredient data, but this classic demands a closer panel audit. The childhood memory is real, but the ingredients remain unconfirmed. Number 5, the Klondike Original Vanilla Ice Cream Bar. The famous rapper asks what you would do for a Klondike bar, but the label asks a different question. What is carrying the fat? A giant food listing from October 15th, 2023 shows the first 5 ingredients: non-fat milk, coconut oil, sugar, corn syrup, and fructose. Non-fat milk is not milk fat. Coconut oil cannot meet the 10% dairy fat rule under 21 CFR Section 135.110. A tasting table analysis notes the coating contains cocoa butter, meaning the outer shell snaps cleanly at home, but only lab testing can prove the core is real ice cream. Unilever owns the brand, and an FDA search on August 2nd, 2026 found 0 recalls. The wrapper sells childhood, but the label sells coconut oil. Number 4, the Magnum Classic Chocolate Bar. This 70-gram bar uses premium marketing to create a massive expectation gap. While the polished shell looks luxurious, a product packet reports palm oil in the coating. This raises immediate compliance questions under 21 CFR Part 163 because vegetable fat coatings and standardized chocolate are not interchangeable. A corporate spin-off in 25 established the Magnum Ice Cream Company, though an FDA search on August 2nd, 2026 shows no product-specific enforcement. Still, an at-home snap test or slow melt cannot prove the quality of the fats inside. The premium wrapper makes the shell look luxurious, but only the panel identifies the coating. Number 3, the Haagen-Dazs Vanilla Almond Chocolate Coated Bar. Music. This brand commands a decades-old premium reputation, but packaging audits show a gap between image and ingredients. The supplied sequence lists cream first in the base, but the outer coating contains coconut oil, making it a compound coating under federal rules. This formulation sparked a proposed consumer class action, U versus Fronery US Incorporated, in October 2020, alleging misleading chocolate representations. The court dismissed the lawsuit without prejudice in April 2022, meaning it remains an allegation, not proof of deception. Still, Fronery's 2019 procurement shift raises questions. At home, watch the coating thaw. It may leave an oily film rather than snapping cleanly. A premium dairy reputation can last for decades, but one coating claim still has to survive the panel. Number 2, the Drumstick Vanilla Frozen Dairy Dessert Cone. Music, your childhood memories of this paper-wrapped classic run deep, but the legal identity does not match. An environmental working group listing accessed on August 2nd, 2026 confirms this vanilla cone is legally a frozen dairy dessert. Under federal rules, its dairy fat falls below the 10% threshold, while the chocolate shell relies on palm oil, making it a compound coating. This formulation triggered a 2020 consumer class action lawsuit over misleading labeling, which courts ultimately dismissed. At home, you might observe a softening shell and a waxy residue. Sensory details, not a lab test. Owned by Fronery USA, a Nestle and PAI Partners joint venture, its scale drives these procurement choices. An FDA search on August 2nd, 2026 shows 0 active recalls, but the label speaks for itself. The cone remains a childhood classic, but its legal name is not real ice cream. And finally, in first place, the Bluebell Classic Vanilla Ice Cream Bar. Music. This regional dairy icon trades on family ownership imagery, earning unusual consumer trust. Sourced reports cream leading the formulation, though packaging must be verified. A dairy-first label can easily coexist with the most consequential accountability history in this investigation. In 2015, a tragic listeria outbreak linked to Bluebell products sickened 10 people and killed 3. On May 1st, 2020, the Department of Justice resolved the criminal case. Bluebell pleaded guilty to 2 misdemeanor counts of distributing adulterated food, agreeing to a $19.35 million total resolution spanning criminal penalties and a Civil False Claims Act settlement. Former President Paul Cruz faced prosecution for concealing the contamination. At home, watching this bar melt illustrates dairy density, but sensory checks cannot validate safety or erase this history. While this independent company currently operates without active recalls, independence is no shield. Music. A dairy-first label can earn trust, but a documented safety failure proves that trust still has to be audited. First up on our safe list, the Van Leeuwen Classic Vanilla Ice Cream Bar. A label audit in 2026 shows a clean, dairy-first formula. The first 5 ingredients are cream, whole milk powder, sugar, egg yolks, and vanilla extract. There are no thickeners or gums. If you choose their dip bar, the shell contains real cocoa butter and cocoa liquor with 0 vegetable oil. Official site records confirm this brand remains privately held and independent, while registry records from July 2026 validate both non-GMO project verified and certified humane claims. At home, you can observe this bar melting quickly, a sensory check, not a lab test, but proof of its simplicity. You will pay $5 per bar, but you get real dairy. Second on our safe list, Cosmic Bliss Vanilla Ice Cream Bar. The package lists grass-fed milk cream first, followed by sugar, egg yolks, vanilla bean paste, and sea salt. Unlike mass market brands, the registry records from July 2026 confirm both non-GMO project verified and certified humane badges. The outer shell is real dark chocolate made with cocoa butter, completely free of cheap vegetable oil. You can observe the cocoa butter behavior yourself on a warm plate. It will shatter and melt quickly without artificial stabilizers. Cosmic Bliss remains an independent California boutique brand. You will face trade-offs: a premium price of $4.50 per bar, limited store distribution, and a shorter shelf life. But you get real dairy and real cocoa butter. Third on our safe list, the Good Life Small Batch Vanilla Bar. Sourced data lists 5 ingredients in the base: organic cream, organic sugar, egg yolks, organic vanilla bean, and sea salt. The dark coating contains cocoa butter, cocoa liquor, and organic sugar, meaning cheap vegetable oil is absent. Independent registry records from July 26 validate both USDA organic and non-GMO project verified status. This Vermont family-run operation, founded in 2019, charges $6 per bar, with distribution limited to select co-ops. At home, you will observe a much faster melt time, which is a simple sensory check, not a lab validation. Since small batch is a marketing claim, you must verify the complete panel to confirm the absence of stabilizers. This bar represents our easiest alternative to audit: real dairy, real cocoa butter. Across all 10 brands, one pattern is clear: corporate procurement quietly swaps real dairy for cheap oil. For your children's sake, look past nostalgic packaging and ensure cream, not vegetable oil, comes first. Share this with other parents and subscribe for more food investigations.